Welcome to Talk with Maria. Today we're exploring the power of mindfulness with mindfulness expert Wendy Schulman. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I am great, Maria. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. So, mindfulness, what do you feel that people think about mindfulness?
So, what it means to me is that is taking control of things we think we don't have control over. For example, the world's so crazy right now in every area, and there are so many things we can do, mindfulness steps that we can take to make our lives so much better and so much happier and so much easier. And that's what I want to share with everybody. I have so much information to share with you. I wanted to bring workshops and everything, but I'm going to start sharing straight away.
Right. So mindfulness, it's the piece that no one can see, only you can hear. You get directions from that mindfulness. They said mindfulness is next to godliness. And so how are you changing that whole plan? Let me just take that dance with you on mindfulness.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, so your thoughts control your reality. Everything you put into your head, everything you see, taste, touch, feel, smell, everybody you hang out with carries an energetic feeling to it. And that's what creates the thoughts in your head, and that's what creates everything, our bodies, our goals, our beliefs. And we have so much power to put good things into our mind. One example is social media. You know, it's so important to control what you watch and what you see. On Instagram or TikTok, for example, unfollow anything that's negative or anything that doesn't give you a good message or something you don't think is beautiful. Start only following things that inspire you or something that you would like to learn from. Your friends that you hang out with, they say that you become the sum total of the 5 people you hang out with.
Wow.
If you're with 5 really smart people, even if you're the dumbest person of the 5, that's still a high bar. If you're with 5 people that aren't motivated and you're one of those people, that's how you're going to become. So we have so much power to put positive things into our heads and to really change our lives. There's a book, it's called Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life by Bob Proctor. And there's very specific steps that you can take to control everything in your life.
But sometimes some people might say, you know what, but I tried, but I couldn't do this, but I didn't have money to go there, but I just didn't have the oomph. How do you get out of that oomph?
Okay, I'm going to give you a brilliant example.
Okay.
So if you plant a poisonous seed and you plant a healthy seed, and you give them the same conditions, the same sunlight, the same weather conditions, the same water, they're both going to flourish. One doesn't know it's poisonous and one doesn't know it's healthy. It's the same with your mind. Your mind believes everything you put in it. So if you put in good thoughts, your mind's going to believe that. And those thoughts are going to grow just like the healthy plant. If you put in negative thoughts and things that bother you and people that bother you, that's what's going to grow. You have complete control to focus on the positive or the negative. You know, they say people who believe they're right or people who believe they're wrong are both right. Because it's what you believe about yourself, about other people. That's really what governs everything.
How do you think, I mean, let's take seniors. They're saying to you, listen, I'm 75 years old. How am I applying my mindfulness to where I'm going?
We did some work at the Westbury Senior Center, and we were talking about mindfulness and meditation and different things people could do. I was talking to them about their relationships with themselves and with other people.
Right.
And I said, something that's really important that you can change no matter how old you are is forgiveness. I mean, we all get to, all of us have had issues with family or friends or people in business, and we have a lot of negative thoughts about them, situations that have hurt us, and we carry that with us. It's not good carrying that.
But is it right to carry? How do you, in your mindfulness, you want to interject positiveness, as you say, but then when something hurts you, how do you discharge that hurt and leave it there and not come back to use it as an example?
It's forgiveness, and that it's really hard to do, but there's ways you can do it. Either there's very specific meditations, like I know you do the Twin Hearts meditation,
yes,
which is the pranic healing meditation. And all of that is about forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving other people. And so
I think forgiveness is a big part of survival.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can't forgive, I always use the very simple example. If you get a glass of, if you drank a cup of coffee on Monday morning, you'll not go back Tuesday morning and drink in that same cup. You are going to clean that cup, and then you are going to put fresh coffee in that cup and enjoy it better. So you have to empty your mindset as you go along, because if you don't, you'll just have the
anger, the poison that
Yes.
Nelson Mandela speaks about.
Yes.
And there are very specific steps that you can take. There's the meditations.
Yes.
A big, huge step for me is a bedtime ritual. I used to be guilty of this. I used to climb into bed at night and I used to obsess over a fight that I had. And I would think about it because it was the first time that I had a chance to sit down and relax
Right.
at that moment, because we're all so busy all the time.
Right.
And I would think about it as I was falling asleep. And then for the next 6, 7, 8 hours, I was just focusing on, that fight that
you
I had.
yes.
And then that's what I was dreaming about.
poison.
And that was poisoning my sleep. So now this is a really good tool. You get into bed and you can think about that fight for a few minutes, but whatever happens before you fall asleep, put positive thoughts in your head. Change that. Start thinking about gratitude. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful, like tonight I'll get into bed, I'll be like, I'm grateful for my bed. I love climbing into my bed. I'm grateful for my 5 pillows. I'm grateful for being on the show with Maria today. You really start thinking about the things. It can be anything.
The beautiful things that would make you smile. We're going to take this to the next level. We're going to forgive ourselves. We're going to forgive the people around us. We're going to take great care of our seniors. And we're going to take this to the next level. Mindfulness and relationships with Wendy Schulman when we return. Stay tuned.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to Talk with Maria. We're exploring the power of mindfulness with the mindfulness expert, Wendy Schulman. Wendy,
Thank you.
what and how do you think that mindfulness can improve relationships?
Everything is energy. So if there's somebody who's draining all your energy, somebody calls you up and spend hours and hours on the phone talking about their problems and what's happening with them, you have to learn how to cut that off. So it's really important to seek out the people in your relationships in your life that are going to feed you. They are going to feed your dreams and your goals and you with positivity and not pull you down, because it's very easy to get caught in those,
Webs.
in those webs.
So I've decided that while I tell people I'm no longer interested in being in their web, I tell them why. You talk too much. You're just about nothing. You're an empty straw that I can't continue to be down that alley with you. I have decided in my mindfulness to allow people to know where they are no longer assisting me with my mindfulness.
Exactly. And the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. Now,
Agreed.
we are much more judgmental of ourselves than anybody else. That's the number one thing that we should be working on. If we feel too fat, or if we haven't achieved our goals, or if we're not doing the things that we set out to do and we start judging ourselves, that becomes our biggest issue in our lives. And the more you work on yourself, and we accomplish the goals, and we start doing the things that we set out to do, the more our relationships improve with everybody. There's tools that you can use. And
Let's talk about the tools.
Let's talk about them, Maria. So one of the biggest one is gratitude. So there's a very easy tool you can do, and I've challenged some people around me to do it for 30 days. So you write down a list every morning of 10 things you're grateful for. So I'll sit in the garden and I'll write down 10 things I'm grateful for. The grass, the birds singing, the good night's sleep I had, the walk I had,
And
it's
nice
not deep,
things,
not
easy
deep.
stuff, the blue skies,
It can
the
be
trees.
anything. It can be something big.
Yes.
I got something new yesterday, or whatever it is. Like, you can write 10 things down quickly. Then you write down 3 people that are bothering you. This is where the forgiveness comes in. This person did this person did this, and you write down these 3 people. You don't have to write what they did, just the 3 people that are bothering you that you want to send blessings to. And so you quickly write those things down. Then you think about those 3 people. You send them blessings. Picture them in pink light. Pink is love. Picture something from your heart going to their heart. And then you sit there for 5 minutes and you just ask for guidance for the day. Help me with this problem or that problem. You won't believe how much it stabilizes your life and how much it makes you better with every relationship in your life.
Because you're released.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And the universe loves gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude's a synchronizer with the universe. This is where our power and our control come in, is those thoughts that we put in our head. And words are so powerful. Have you ever seen that experiment where they put 2 plants in a school? It's an actual experiment that you could look up. And they put a note in the front and they say, only say kind things to this plant. Say, you're beautiful and you're so green, and thank you for all you do in the world. And this plant over here, I say horrible things to. You're fat and you're ugly, and you look at you. And the plant that gets all the kind words flourishes, and the plant that gets all the negative words actually dies. It's an actual study that you can look up. That's how powerful words are. Words you use with other people, but especially words that you use with yourself. That affects all relationships.
Entertain your mind with good thoughts, and you will see the difference. So, Wendy, a lot of times people say you get what you give.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking negative things about people, how do you think that resonates back to you?
Everything's energy, Maria, everything. And it's a scientific fact that everything's
Yes.
energy. And people can feel when you're authentic, they can feel when you're lying. Even if your smile is saying something, they can feel it. We know, you
Yes.
know, and you have unbelievable intuition, but you know when somebody's not being authentic or lying to you. So I feel like that everything you do comes back to you regardless.
As we clean our thoughts, we also have to understand the negativity that we shall not continue to carry. So I want you to stay tuned. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll talk about mindfulness in the workplace and how karma plays its way into your wonderful lives with Wendy Schulman.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Talk with Maria. We're exploring the power of mindfulness, and mindfulness expert Wendy Schulman is with us today. Wendy, so many things to talk about. If we could just get 1 billion people to think karma. What can we do? How can we feed karma in its right perspective? The world will be a better place.
We can build our karmic bank in a very positive way. All our good deeds get stored in our karmic bank, just as all our bad deeds get stored somewhere else.
Yes.
So one of the ways we do it, and I have an orphanage in South Africa, and I know you support a lot of different orphanages and people around the world, is by giving. Giving is the formula for a blessed life. And this is the secret to giving, is that you bless what you give for the person receiving it. Like, let's say you got a few dollars. I bless this money that it may, bring abundance and healing to this person, and that abundance and healing comes back to me or my family in the form of healing or abundance. So you can direct that good karma back to you.
Yes.
It's a trick that people don't really use. They give, which is amazing, but you can really target something to come back to you. We're allowed to.
So that you can give more, that you can do more. Tell us about the pranic healing of giving.
So pranic healing is energy medicine, right?
Yes.
And so it's very similar to Reiki in that it's based on the scientific fact that we are all made of energy, and prana is life. And so it's a way to be able to clear your energy centers, your chakras, there are 7 main ones in the body, and to provide healing. Like, all disease, all emotional issues come from emotions and from our energy centers. And from everything starts in the stomach, everything.
Right.
All different diseases and everything. And you can change your karma by doing good things, and that includes your health.
Yes, by sharing, by just breaking that, what you didn't, the unknown.
Exactly. Like, let's say somebody who has breast cancer, and you can target the organization that you give to and say, I'm just going to give in the hopes that all that healing that's got with them finding some kind of medication or cure comes back to my friend who has breast cancer.
Right.
Like, you can target
you
good karma.
the wish.
You can route it.
The karma.
I love that.
You stay inside of it and make it happen. How do you think good karma works in the workplace? Do you allow people to understand mindfulness in your workplace?
So I'm lucky. Well, first of all, I do wake up every morning and I meditate straight away.
Right.
And then I do the gratitude challenge that I told you. And so that's clearing my calculator.
Right.
So everything starts
Clear
at
the
0.
calculator.
I start the day positive, and that way, whatever hits me, I'm ready for.
Right.
Then my team at my soul cave.
Yeah, and let's to remind you, Wendy Shulman is the owner of the wonderful Roslyn Soul Cave in Roslyn. If you have never visited Roslyn, this is a good reason for you to go there, because you will be very enchanted at the Roslyn Soul Cave, and you can have a lot of things. Tell us some of the things, really, all the energy cleaning.
So I was in a car accident 30 years ago, and my dad was a doctor in South Africa, and I knew nothing about mindfulness and about alternative healing, and I traveled the world, and I had a vision of opening this center, this place that people could go to and have this collective intelligence of Eastern and Western medicine, really focus on the person, on your journey, and figure out a treatment plan, whatever it is. If it was sound healing, if it was acupuncture, naturopath, massage, salt sessions. We have 2 salt caves.
I love the caves.
Thank you. It's like a toothbrush for your lungs.
Absolutely.
Which everybody needs a toothbrush for their lungs.
Inhale some salt, breathe out some good air.
So I really empower my staff, and I encourage them to we have different mindfulness classes. I teach manifestation. We teach mindfulness. We actually teach stress mastery in different corporations.
Wow.
We go out to different corporations and we work in the
Hospitals,
Westbury, old age home, and in hospitals, and we've built mindfulness centers for them. So I hire people who are either who practice that lifestyle.
Yes, very important. Very important. And taking it to the seniors are just an amazing feature.
Exactly, and they totally understood it. I mean, they loved it and understood it, and it doesn't matter how old you are. You can change your life at any age.
Age has no reason. You're as young as you think that you are.
Exactly.
So in the workplace, you think that people should start off with mindful thoughts sometime in the beginning or the middle of the day, if not the end of the day, to begin the next day. They should be aware of their mindful thoughts.
Yes, but you really do lead by example. I know my team knows I meditate, and they know, and they'll come to me and say, well, I'm having an issue with this. And I just try and share the information that I have without, you can't change anybody.
Right.
You can only, show them how you've benefited from certain things. And then if people want to know, I teach them the different tools. And this is another really great tool. It's called the 5 days. So the 5 days, day number 1 is my do nothing day. So there's 30 days in the month. So this is day number 1.
Home in my robe,
Yes.
I'm doing nothing.
No agenda.
Okay.
Day number 2, adulting day. You pay your bills, you make your appointments, you look at your goals. Day number 3 is your self-care day. You're doing mani-pedis, massages, exactly.
Nails.
Day number 4 is friends and family. You go out for
Wow.
dinner with your friends and family or people that you love. You have those delicious conversations.
Or my 3 sons, let's
Exactly.
meet.
My daughters, exactly.
Yes.
And day number 5 is your inner child day. You paint, you dance, you do pottery. Now, I know people don't have time for all of this, but even if you take a few hours of
I
those
like
5
that
things,
idea.
the 5 days of the month.
Take a chance on 5 days and let us know how it works. We have to take a quick break. When we return, we'll hear more from Wendy Schulman. Stay tuned.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
We are taught you don't talk about your problems with nobody because you could get in trouble. And I've been through a lot. Anxiety, depression, sexual assault. When I decided to get help, my life changed. And the mental health box, that was one of the big tools. Accepting help means that we are allowing somebody to bless our life. It's freeing. We got stronger together. Love your mind.
Welcome back to Talk with Maria. We're exploring the power of mindfulness with mindfulness expert Wendy Schulman. So tell us a little bit about reducing stress and increasing well-being.
Okay, so there's real stress mastery tools that you can do. Grounding practices. Meditation is one of them. Breath work is another. You can find another. It doesn't need to be anything that somebody else decided. Like your mindfulness practice can be kickboxing or running or just something that really helps you to kind of disconnect and to just get lost in that moment. That's really you connecting with the universe. And that allows you to be able to manifest anything that you want. So I'm a manifestation coach. And I come from South Africa. I had $200 and no job. And I always knew in my head, I would envision like coming to America, coming here and being successful and opening up my business, Roz and Soul Cave. And I would think about it. And I realized that I just naturally did that. And then when I started to think about teaching it to people, I came up with some real steps. Like, first of all, make a plan, write it down. That concretizes it. It makes it concrete and it shows the universe, oh, this person's serious, like this is what they want. Then give as much detail to that plan as possible. You've got to envision exactly what it's going to look like. And that's in like creating, a love partner, the business you want. You've got to do a manifestation blueprint.
Let's manifest Jeff Bezos coming to our television show.
Yes, why not? And donating so much money to everybody in this room.
That would be wonderful. Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, why not?
It's right there.
Anything's possible.
That's
it's
correct.
just us like tapping into that place. you know, and,
Yes.
and first of all, you got to clear your mind. You've got to get rid of all those negative thoughts that are holding you back, those negative people, that tapestry of negativity.
Yes.
And then you've got to be grateful, because a huge synchronizer with the universe, have a mindfulness practice, and then manifest whatever it is that you want.
I
Write that
love
down.
manifestation. And I honestly have to say, there's nothing that I have not asked the universe or asked God for that He has not manifested in my life. And I thank God for everything. I always live with what the mind of a man believes, the mind of a man can achieve. And if you put your mind to it, it will get done. Add the good ingredients, add the wonderful, soft, beautiful touches, power up yourself. Like Wendy said, you have to manifest in the right direction. So Wendy, give us some of the tools that you take to support the manifestation of bringing it to life.
So it's called the compound effect. It's also another
Yes.
book. And what happens is if you really want to, let's say you want to manifest that you're going to run a marathon. So you first got to start with the first step, baby steps.
Right.
You know, decide, okay, I'm going to walk for 5 minutes a day. And then each day you compound it. Like you've got to make decisions to
Right.
support your goals. And those decisions have to be like daily throughout the day. So one really good tool and a really easy way to do this is Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza is he's this meditation guru.
Yes, he's amazing.
Amazing. So he was in a
Yes.
car accident and he was a chiropractor and they wanted to put these rods in his back. And he got his friend to escape him from the hospital. And he literally sat in meditation every day and he visualized himself being healthy. So Joe Dispenza's meditations are free on YouTube.
And
Anyone
that's
can
so
go.
nice that he shared them for free.
I mean, amazing.
Yes.
And he makes you like clear your mind, obviously, that's always
Right.
number one, clear the
Yes.
calculator. And then start to think about yourself like, you know, Maria 2.0, Wendy 2.0. Like,
Yes.
what would that look like? Like, how would my life be? Who would I be with? How would I be financially? And he makes you go into that space. And the more you do it and the more your mind believes it, the more it becomes a reality. And then you find that the decisions you make during the day support that meditation because it starts becoming more and more real to you. So challenge yourself to do it. Say, okay, for the next 21 days, I'm going to do Joe Dispenza's meditation. Because just doing that in the morning and the evening, or just one of those two, you'll see that the decisions you make during the day, something will stop you. Like if you have a negative thought about yourself and you'll be like, oh, wait, I'm catching myself, you know?
Yes.
And
changing your lives and making a new decision to understand how your mindfulness will play intact takes time. So you can't just jump into it and think that you can solve it in a day or two. You must have patience.
exactly. And like, you know, make your plan. Like manifestation doesn't just happen.
Yes.
Like you tell the universe and then you start taking steps as if it's already happened.
Right.
Like I have a accountability partner and every morning I send her a recorded, it's just 3 things that I want to accomplish either that day or in the next month. And I talk
like
about it
that.
as if it's already happened.
Right.
I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that I have completed my digital course.
Right.
And my mortgage is paid off. But just
you've
the fact that I'm
accounted.
doing it, I've accounted.
Yes.
Those
I love that
things.
too.
Yeah.
Account. I also love the breath work. I know that you offer breath work at the Rosalind
Yeah.
Soul Cave. So today we're going to give all the people in our audience a breath work class at the Rosalind Soul Cave. We'll take your information and we'll share the next time that the Rosalind Soul Cave is going to be having a breath work session so you can enjoy a breath work session and set your mindfulness intact.
Love it.
Wendy, I love you. I thank you so much for coming to our show today.
Thank you,
It is
Maria.
truly a blessing. Thank you for joining me on the Talk with Maria show today. I hope you have found our conversations informative and inspiring. Visit our website, talkwithmaria.com, for resources and information. Share your thoughts on social media using hashtag Talk with Maria, and tune in the next time for more inspiring discussions. Until next time, stay blessed. Talk with Maria is made possible by, if you're passionate about helping others, become a certified home health aide with Home Health Aid Training Institute, 516-333-3689, or visit hhati.org. Realtor.com. Experience the authentic taste of Italy in the heart of Westbury. Rialto Restaurant. Make your reservation at 516-997-5689. Brooklyn Boulevard Home Care. They care for you in the comfort of your own home. To schedule your care, call 718-683-8303.